Good morning, students. We'll be starting a new chapter in chemistry, which will be study of gas laws, given in chapter 7. Now, this chapter is basically based on the behavior of the gas that is described by the gas laws under the known conditions of pressure, temperature, and volume. So, this pressure, temperature, and volume are considered to be three variables that can decide the behavior of the gas. Let us see what are these variables. So we have the variables like volume, pressure, and temperature. So before starting with the gas laws that will be describing or governing the behavior of the gas, let us see about these variables one by one, so that we can get some knowledge and some concepts about these three variables. So starting with the first variable, which is volume. Now, as you know, volume is the space occupied by the gas. Though gas does not have a fixed volume, but still it occupies the space, and that space occupied is called the volume. Now, talking more about the volume, you should also know the SI unit of volume, which is meter cube. We have other units of volume also. Let us see some other units. Can be centimeter cube, it can be decimeter cube, it can be liters. Now let us see how those units are related to the SI unit. We should know 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. Similarly, 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cube. And number 3 is that 1 decimeter cube is equal to 1 liters. So you should know about the relationship between the units so that it can be helpful for you in solving the numericals. So we have this about the first variable called the volume. Let us now see the second variable, which is the pressure, and what it is. So the second is the pressure. Pressure, as you know, is the force acting per unit area. Now when we talk about the gas also exerts pressure, and it exerts pressure in all the directions. So when we fill gas into the balloon or any other containers, the gaseous molecules will always exert pressure on the walls of the balloon. So this pressure, this force exerted on the walls of the balloon of unit area is the pressure exerted by the gas. So we have the units of pressure also. SI unit is Newton per meter square, and this is also called Pascal. We have several other units of pressure also, like atmosphere. In short, we write ATM. Then units like millimeter or centimeter of mercury. Now let us see how can this be related to other units, like 1 atmosphere is equal to around 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Similarly, we can also write 1 atmosphere is equal to 760 millimeter of mercury, which can also be written as 76 centimeter of mercury. These are the different or the various units of pressure. Coming to the third variables, and the third variable, as you know, is again very important, which is the temperature. So let us see what is the third variable. Which is temperature. Temperature, as you know, is the measurement of degree or hotness, degree of hotness or coldness of a body. But it is also decided by the average kinetic energy of the molecules. So we can say that temperature is the kinetic energy of molecules. So actually what happens when we heat, you know that the molecules, after absorbing heat, it will be storing it in the form of kinetic energy, and also at the same time we find or we notice that temperature of the body increases. So it is because of the kinetic energy of the molecules increasing that is also increasing the temperature of a body. Coming to again its different units, starting with the SI unit. SI unit is Kelvin, and this can be written as K in short form. We have some other units also. Let us come to other unit like degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. But Kelvin is the SI unit, and we can also express Kelvin as C plus 273. That means in order to change this degree Celsius to Kelvin, we have to add 273 to it. For example, if we want to change 37 degrees Celsius to Kelvin, then we can do it by adding 273 to 37. So we will be getting 300 Kelvin. So this we have about the units. Let us see something more in temperature. One thing you should know, that average kinetic energy of molecules is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Now when we talk about absolute temperature, it means the temperature expressed in Kelvin. So kinetic energy of the molecules is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Now there is one more term here, which is absolute zero, which is also called 0 Kelvin. And absolute zero is that temperature at which the molecular motion of a body completely ceases and the volume becomes zero. Though it is just a theoretical concept, because we cannot attain the temperature where we can reduce the volume to zero and decrease the molecular motion to zero. So practically it is not possible to attain this temperature which can cease the molecular motion, that is which can stop the molecular motion, and also which can reduce the volume to zero. So reducing the volume to zero means there is no existence of the matter or the gas. So it is not possible to attain this temperature. You should know here that 0 Kelvin is equal to minus 273 degrees Celsius. So you cannot reduce the temperature to this extent where we cease the molecular motion or decrease the volume of a gaseous molecules to zero. It is not at all possible. So it is just a theoretical concept. And how can we use this absolute zero? So this you can understand when we progress towards the chapter with different topics. So I think it is clear to you. We have done these variables which are very important, and next class we are going to see how can these laws be used and how can we determine the behavior of the gas, the change in the behavior of the gas by changing the variables. So your homework will be to learn the 3 types of variables and also the units. Thank you.